Martial art has a very, very deep meaning as far as my life is concerned because as an actor, as a martial artist, as a human being, all these I have learned from martial art.
Well, when I think of Bruce and use the term fighter versus a tournament player, you have to look at why, and it's mainly because my experience with Bruce was as a fighter, as a street fighter.
Man, listen, you see, really, to me, okay, to me, ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself.
I was never a tournament player. All I knew was a fight. Now, I didn't fight relative to size and weight and division. It was a fight against person. Now, if the person was 135 or 335, it didn't matter. It was a fight between two people, and whoever was standing would win.
And when you do punch, now I'm leaning forward a little bit, hoping not to hurt any camera angle, I mean, you gotta put the whole hip into it and snap it.
Caught with the right hand. Luder's hands are gone. Luder's gas tank is empty. His hands are in front of his stomach. This could be nasty. Franklin looking to finish. Luder's all done. It is all over. Rich Franklin has defeated Travis Luder.
When you're talking about fighting as it is, with no real fighting, well then baby, you better train every part of your body.
To me, tournaments do not reflect at all what a fighter is like, or a fight itself, because most of the tournament fighters I've ever met have never been in a real fight. It's always been a tournament.
Martial arts include all the combative arts like karate or karate, judo, Chinese kung fu or Chinese boxing, whatever you call it. All those. You see, like aikido, Korean, I can go on and on. But it's a combative form of fighting. I mean, it's not, some of them became sport, but some of them are still.
Glover, super athlete, judo, karate, all of us street fighters, never been in tournaments. Jesse, of course, went into judo tournaments, but tournaments as we know them today. Bruce could beat us all. And I don't mean it would be a struggle. I mean, he could beat us all and we didn't have a chance.
I mean, it is easy for me to put on a show and be cocky and be flooded with a cocky feeling and then feel like pretty cool and all that. Or I can make all kinds of phony things, you know what I mean, blinded by it, or I can show you some really fancy movement. But to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, and to express myself honestly, that, my friend, is very hard to do.
This was in an actual fight situation where I tried to hit him. I tried to knock him out. We tried to hurt this kid because he was always embarrassing us in demonstrations and just in general.
I mean, here is the natural instinct and here is control. You are to combine the two in harmony. Not, if you have one to the extreme, you will be very unscientific. If you have another to the extreme, you become all of a sudden a mechanical man.
So when somebody tells me, oh, Bruce Lee never proved himself because he never went into tournaments, I'm the first one to say, I would like to spar with you. Because you should be able to wipe me out really easy. Because if you're that good or you put that much on tournaments, I've never been in a tournament. So therefore, I mustn't know diddly-diddly.
And you have to train. You have to keep your reflexes so that when you want it, it's there. When you want to move, you're moving. And when you move, you're determined to move. Not taking 1 inch, not anything less than that. If I want to punch, I'm gonna do it, man, and I'm gonna do it. I do not believe in styles anymore. I mean, I do not believe that there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting or whatever way of fighting. So styles tend to separate men, because they have their own doctrines, and then the doctrine became the gospel truth, that you cannot change.
I'm a street fighter. If you want to fight me, let's throw away the rules. So put your value on his ability through that rather than how many trophies he had or what tournaments he went in. Give me a break.
I have already made up my mind that in the United States, I think something about the Oriental, the true Oriental should be shown. Once the opening of China, that it will bring more understanding, more things that are, different, and maybe in the contrast of comparison, some new thing might grow. So therefore, it's a very rich period to be in.
Do you think of yourself Chinese, or do you ever think of yourself as North American?
You know what I want to think of myself? As a human being. Because, I don't want to sound like, as Confucius say, but under the sky, under the heaven, man, there is but one family. It just so happened, man, that people are different.
When I say Bruce was a fighter, I'm not saying that he was a good tournament fighter. I'm saying I'll put him against anybody, any weight division, any size, any background, and I'll put my money on him as a fighter. Because I've never run across anybody in my life traveling around, and I've had some guys come in and challenge me when I'm doing seminars, and I just drove them into the ground. Because I'm Neanderthal. Whereas Bruce didn't care whether I was tough and had this reputation. He had the beauty of the art of fighting, whereas I was the water buffalo mentality of attack and destroy. So Bruce introduced the art of fighting. And it isn't the art of tournament, art of games, or art of sport, art of fighting. He wasn't interested in impressing people other than he was standing and they were down. So all of his technique was geared for winning a fight, not points in a tournament. So I just am amused when I hear that. And I'm first one, like I say, to leap up and say, who said that? I'll spar with you. Because I should be nothing. Because they'll never get a chance to meet Bruce, but at least someone who touched hands with Bruce. So I should be nothing if they value that.